Remember when Microsoft was the tech world's dinosaur? In the early 2010s, it was the butt of every joke. Clunky software, missed opportunities, and a CEO who danced like your dad at a wedding. No offense. Today, it is the puppet master of the AI revolution, entitled to 49% of the profits generated by OpenAI, the startup behind the ChatGPT. Yup, that one. Despite having dropped more than $13 billion into OpenAI, Microsoft could lose access the moment real AI is born, and it won't be their call. What can beginner investors learn from the boldest long play in modern tech? Let's find out in TON Kombat training. Microsoft was born in 1975. Back when disco ruled, phones had cords, and software came in boxes you could cause fatal damage when throwing them at someone in the head. Bill Gates and Paul Allen turned two nerds in a garage into a $2 trillion empire by selling digital tools to a world still writing memos by typewriter. Microsoft Word and Excel, 1983 and 1985, is the dynamic duo that kicked typewriters to the curb and put office calculators into early retirement. Suddenly, productivity had a CTRL key. By the 2010s, Microsoft was still stomping around, making billions, but no one under 40 was excited about it. Then there's Satya Nadella in 2014, like a chill dad taking over after Ballmer's screaming stepdad midlife crisis. The tech giant introduces Azure, Teams, and a cloud business that makes Wall Street weep with joy. But it wasn't until 2019 that Microsoft made the play nobody saw coming. In 2019, Microsoft quietly dropped $1 billion into OpenAI. It got about as much attention as someone slipping a 20 into the tip jar at Starbucks. That's even too much for American tipping culture. 4 years later, Microsoft's investment in OpenAI reached $13.75 billion. Skeptics were rolling their eyes. But who's laughing now? Happy fairy tales might not last long, as OpenAI faces restructuring and debates over its nonprofit status. But Microsoft has acted like a godmother of Sleeping Beauty when they stood their ground and dispute all that. They're the key holdout, ensuring their $13 billion isn't just a donation to the AI cause. Azure became the backbone of AI services, and Microsoft's tools got a brain upgrade. Microsoft's vision has positioned the company not just as a participant in the AI race, but as the one setting the pace. But was that the end of the story? Despite being the biggest backer, Microsoft could lose access the moment real AGI appears, and that decision won't be theirs to make. Microsoft helped build the stage, funded the cast, and wrote the script, yet might not get to direct the ending. OpenAI, though backed by Microsoft, retains the power to pull the curtain if the tech goes too far. So, what does this mean for beginner investors? OpenAI made headlines, but Microsoft built the stage. Before making investment decisions, make sure to research the builders that's enabling the revolution, not just starring in it. You can invest everything you've got and still bear the risk of getting iced out. Always know the power structure, not just the promise. Getting to know the interesting power dynamic between Microsoft and OpenAI is the first step to better understand this. The story of Microsoft and OpenAI hasn't ended yet. Want to stay ahead? Subscribe for your next TON Kombat training.